In a world where silence can feel like a heavy shroud, one little girl named Lily faces a battle that many might not understand. As the cherished daughter of a powerful CEO, her vibrant spirit is dimmed by the absence of sound, leaving her isolated within the grand walls of a mansion that reverberates with laughter she cannot hear. But what if the key to unlocking her voice and connection to the world was hidden in plain sight? A delicate pin, a treasured gift from her father, holds secrets beyond its beauty, hinting at a possibility that seems almost impossible. With the devoted nurse Clara by her side, hope flickers in the shadows as they navigate the complexities of a household burdened by rules and the weight of unspoken fears. This story invites you to join them on a journey of discovery, where love and determination intertwine, revealing that sometimes the answers lie beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed. Imagine the power of a simple object to change lives. Can you see how it might be possible? As Clara finds herself racing against time to help Lily, she faces not only institutional resistance, but also the CEO's fears of vulnerability. What does it truly mean to be heard? As you watch this heartwarming tale unfold, consider the profound impact of listening and genuine connection. The stakes are high, and the impossible begins to take shape as transformations resonate beyond the mansion's walls. This story serves as a poignant reminder that every voice deserves to be heard, and sometimes it takes a courageous heart to uncover the hidden truths that can mend even the deepest wounds. Stay with us as we explore how one nurse's discovery could change everything for a little girl trapped in silence. In the dimly lit corridors of the mansion, Clara, the devoted nurse, often found herself reflecting on the long journey that had brought her to this moment. Despite the opulence surrounding her, the atmosphere felt heavy with neglect, particularly for young Lily, whose vibrant spirit seemed to dim in the silence that enveloped her world. Clara frequently pondered how it had come to this, how a child so full of life had lost her ability to hear, and why those with the power to help had overlooked her. It was a question that lingered in the air, just as shadows danced along the walls, echoing years of missed opportunities and unspoken words. Neglect, Clara understood all too well, could profoundly affect a child's development. It could stifle growth, diminish confidence, and leave a child feeling isolated in their own home. Have you ever felt overlooked or unheard? It's a painful experience, and for a child, it can be even more devastating, affecting their ability to connect with the world around them. This neglect weighed heavily on Clara as she watched Lily day after day, her little heart yearning for connection. The girl had a sparkle in her eyes that belied the challenges she faced. Her laughter, once a bright melody, had been replaced by a haunting silence that echoed throughout the mansion. It became evident to Clara that Lily's condition was more than just a physical ailment. It was a reflection of the emotional distance created by her father's relentless pursuit of success. Clara often recalled her childhood, marked by a promise to herself that she would never allow another child to feel as alone as she once had. The stark contrast between her humble beginnings and Lily's lavish surroundings was not lost on her. Yet, both girls shared a common thread of feeling invisible in their own ways. As time passed, Clara began to notice the small, subtle signs that hinted at the deeper issues at play. Lily would often retreat into herself, her bright eyes clouded with confusion and sadness. The moments they shared were precious yet fleeting, as the world around them continued to buzz with the noise of neglect. Clara would sit with Lily, gently encouraging her to express herself, to share her thoughts and dreams. But the silence often felt insurmountable. It was heartbreaking to see a child so full of potential trapped in a world that did not acknowledge her existence. Have you ever watched someone you care about struggle in silence? It can be a heavy burden to bear, especially when you feel powerless to help. In seeking to bridge the gap between them, Clara turned to the symbolic pin that Lily cherished so dearly, a gift from her father. This small object, seemingly innocuous, became a focal point of their connection. Clara noticed how the pin, with its delicate thread, seemed to resonate with Lily during their quiet moments together. It was as if it held the key to unlocking something buried deep within the little girl. Clara's instincts told her that this pin was more than just a trinket. It symbolized hope and the possibility of healing. However, the institutional barriers loomed large. The CEO's rigid mindset and the butler's adherence to protocol created an environment where Clara felt increasingly isolated in her efforts to help Lily. This situation mirrored many real-life scenarios where systems often fail to prioritize the needs of the most vulnerable. As Clara grew closer to Lily, she began to understand the depth of their bond. The moments of joy, laughter, and even the quiet reflections they shared were precious. Yet they were overshadowed by the looming threat of institutional pushback. The weight of responsibility pressed heavily on Clara's shoulders as she recognized the signs of Lily's distress, which were often dismissed by those in power. The CEO, caught in the whirlwind of his own ambitions, was blind to the emotional turmoil that his daughter faced daily. It was a painful realization that so many children in similar situations go unheard, their struggles overlooked in the pursuit of success. Clara knew that their journey was just beginning, and that the path ahead would require not just determination, but also an unwavering belief in the power of connection and understanding. Clara recognized that Lily, like many children, was suffering in silence, often overlooked by those who should be her greatest advocates. It became clear to her that she had to take a stand, to fight for Lily's right to be heard, even if it meant defying the expectations placed upon her. The turning point arrived one quiet afternoon, when Clara decided to take a leap of faith. She gently encouraged Lily to engage with her cherished pin, hoping to coax out the sounds that had been silenced for so long. As Clara guided Lily's fingers over the delicate fabric, something remarkable happened. The pin vibrated softly, responding to the tender connection between them. For the first time in years, Lily began to hear faint sounds, whispers of the world that had been locked away from her. A wave of shock rippled through the mansion as disbelief and denial set in among those who witnessed this seemingly impossible act. Clara's heart raced. She had sensed there was something special about that pin, but the reality of the moment was overwhelming. In that fleeting instance, the power of connection and genuine care became undeniable. However, as the echoes of joy began to fill the mansion, the CEO grappled with a flood of emotions. Accusations flew, and the once quiet silence was shattered by the weight of his past neglect. Clara remained steadfast by Lily's side, her unwavering support serving as a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. The journey toward accountability was fraught with challenges, but Clara's determination to uncover the truth led to a pivotal moment. Through candid conversations and the discovery of overlooked documents, the CEO was compelled to confront his responsibilities as a parent. The systemic failures that had allowed Lily's condition to worsen became glaringly evident, urging a much-needed shift in perspective. As the narrative progressed toward a public reckoning, the CEO's heartfelt apology resonated deeply, not only within the walls of the mansion, but also in the hearts of those who bore witness to Lily's struggles. This moment marked a profound transformation, as the CEO committed to restoring dignity to both his daughter and Clara, acknowledging the indispensable role she played in Lily's journey. The mansion, once echoing with silence, now vibrated with the sounds of laughter and joy, creating a warm atmosphere where healing could finally take root. The moral of this story is clear. Listening and genuine connection are the keys to unlocking the potential within every child. Each moment of attention, each act of compassion can pave the way for healing and growth. It serves as a poignant reminder that every child deserves to be heard, cherished, and supported in their journey. As we reflect on this tale, we are invited to consider the importance of our own connections. How can we ensure that those around us feel valued and heard? If you found this story inspiring, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more reflections on the power of human connection. As the days passed in the mansion, Clara felt increasingly drawn to the delicate thread connecting Lily to the world. A thread that seemed to pulse with life every time she held the pin close to the girl. This small, seemingly insignificant object had always been a symbol of affection, a gift from a father now lost in the shadows of corporate ambition. But to Clara, it represented something much deeper: the possibility of connection, communication, and ultimately healing. She often pondered the power of empathy and care, reflecting on how the simplest acts could transform lives. What do you think? Could something as small as a pin truly hold such significance? Clara's bond with Lily flourished amidst the cold marble and echoing halls of the mansion. Every day, she shared stories with the little girl, painting vivid pictures with her words and encouraging Lily to express herself in new ways. They laughed together, played games, and created a sanctuary of warmth within those lonely walls. Clara often reminisced about her own childhood, recalling how a kind teacher had once taken the time to listen to her, altering the course of her life. It was this experience that fueled her determination to give Lily the same gift, the gift of being truly heard. The mansion, despite its grandeur, felt like a fortress of isolation for Lily, and Clara was resolute in her mission to break through those walls, even if it meant challenging the status quo. Yet, Clara faced numerous obstacles. The CEO's relentless focus on his business left little room for vulnerability or emotional connection. Many times, Clara observed how the father would brush aside Lily's struggles, believing that financial success could substitute for parental presence. This oversight echoed throughout the mansion, amplifying the silence that enveloped them all. The butler, a man of rigid adherence to rules, often reinforced this distance, prioritizing protocol over compassion. Clara sensed the pushback, but her resolve only grew stronger. Have you ever felt the weight of institutional resistance? It can be daunting, yet Clara understood that change often begins with a single act of courage. One day, while tending to Lily, Clara noticed the pin vibrating subtly, as if responding to the girl's emotions. This tiny detail sent a ripple of excitement through her. Could it be that this object held the key to unlocking Lily's voice? Clara decided to take a leap of faith. She gently placed the pin in Lily's hand, encouraging her to feel its texture and explore the memories it held. In that moment, Clara whispered words of encouragement, urging Lily to express whatever thoughts or feelings arose. It was a quiet act of defiance against the constraints imposed on them both. Would this simple gesture lead to something greater? As Clara watched, she saw Lily's eyes widen, her small fingers tracing the pin's outline. The air around them seemed to shift. There was a palpable energy in the room that Clara could not explain. It was as if the universe itself was holding its breath, waiting for this moment of connection to blossom into something beautiful and transformative. Clara's heart swelled with hope, and she knew that together they were on the brink of something extraordinary. In that very moment, as if the universe conspired, Lily began to hear faint sounds, the gentle rustling of fabric, the soft hum of the air conditioning, and the distant echo of laughter that had once been muffled by silence. Clara's heart raced with a mix of hope and disbelief. This was the moment they had both longed for, yet it was met with confusion from everyone in the household. The CEO, witnessing this miracle, was engulfed in a storm of emotions. Shock and denial battled within him, alongside a deep sense of loss for the years they had spent apart in silence. Accusations flew like arrows, and Clara found herself caught in a whirlwind of chaos. How could the father not have seen the gradual unraveling of his daughter's reality right before his eyes? The very walls of the mansion seemed to resonate with the weight of unaddressed pain, echoing the truth that had been buried for so long. Nonetheless, Clara remained resolute, her nurturing spirit unwavering. She gently reminded Lily that this newfound ability was a precious gift, one they must embrace together amidst the surrounding turmoil. Have you ever found yourself in a position where you had to stand firm in your beliefs, even when everyone around you questioned your perspective? Days turned into weeks, and the once silent mansion began to pulse with the sounds of Lily's laughter, her voice breaking through the silence like a sweet melody. Clara's determination to uncover the truth had not only led to this miraculous revelation, but had also prompted a much-needed reckoning for the CEO. As he sifted through the documents Clara had meticulously compiled, documents that laid bare the systemic failures in Lily's care, he felt the weight of his past decisions press heavily upon him. It was a moment of clarity, forcing him to confront his role as a father and the unintended neglect that had shaped their lives. The public acknowledgement of his mistakes washed over him like a wave of relief. He stood before the household staff, his voice trembling as he offered a heartfelt apology. In that moment, he recognized Clara's unwavering support and dedication to Lily, vowing to restore dignity to both of the important women in his life. The burden of his past began to feel lighter as he committed to being present, to truly listening to Lily, and to understanding her needs. Clara felt the loneliness that had permeated the mansion lift, replaced by a newfound sense of community and connection. As the mansion transformed from an echoing void into a sanctuary filled with laughter and joy, Clara reflected on the incredible power of empathy and care. It served as a reminder that often, the most profound changes begin with small acts of kindness. The once cold silence had been replaced by warmth, each interaction highlighting the importance of listening and being truly present for one another. The bond connecting Clara and Lily grew stronger, weaving a new narrative for the entire household. In the end, the moral of their journey became crystal clear. Genuine connection and the act of listening can heal even the deepest wounds. It was a powerful reminder that every voice deserves to be heard, and that every story has the potential to transform lives. As you think about this story, consider how you can cultivate empathy and care in your own life. How might your simple acts of kindness create ripples of change in the world around you? If this story resonates with you, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to subscribe for more uplifting stories, and let's continue exploring the transformative power of connection together. As Clara continued to nurture Lily in the quiet corners of the mansion, a profound realization began to dawn upon her. It wasn't just about the sounds that Lily had longed to hear. It was about the deeper truths that lay buried within the walls of this grand estate. The pin, once merely a cherished gift from Lily's father, had morphed into a symbol of something far more significant than either of them could have imagined. Clara often found herself reflecting on the nature of secrets and how they can shape lives, both positively and negatively. What happens when we bury our truths? Do they simply fade away, or do they wait patiently, eager to be discovered when the time is right? In her quiet moments with Lily, Clara had noticed the child's adoration for that little pin. its delicate threads glimmering in the soft light. It was a connection to her father, but it also represented the unspoken words and emotions that lingered in the air between them. Lily's silence was not merely a physical condition, it was a reflection of the emotional distance that had grown over the years. As Clara gently encouraged Lily to engage with the pin more, she couldn't shake the feeling that it held the key to unlocking not just Lily's hearing, but also the hidden truths that had gone unnoticed in their lives. Have you ever felt that a simple object held a deeper meaning for you? Perhaps a family heirloom or a gift that made you feel cherished. As the days passed, Clara's determination grew even stronger. She began gathering her thoughts and her own past experiences, realizing that healing doesn't merely stem from physical remedies. It often arises from emotional connections. She remembered her own childhood, filled with moments of feeling unheard and unseen, and how that feeling had driven her to become a caregiver. Clara understood that to help Lily truly heal, she needed to address not just the symptoms of her condition, but also the emotional truths that lay beneath the surface. The mansion, while grand, was filled with echoes of neglect and silence, and it was time for those echoes to be transformed into something meaningful. One day, while observing Lily play with her pin, Clara noticed the thread vibrating subtly again, as if it had a life of its own. It was an uncanny moment, one that sparked curiosity and hope within her. Was this the beginning of something extraordinary? Clara couldn't help but wonder if the pin was not just a token of the past, but a bridge to a future filled with understanding and connection. With each gentle tug and playful interaction, Clara felt that they were on the brink of uncovering not only Lily's potential, but also the depth of their relationship. A journey that would change them both forever. Clara held the pin in her hand, contemplating its significance. Was it merely an ordinary object, or could it be a bridge to something greater? This small artifact, once chosen with love and intention by Lily's father, beckoned her to delve deeper into its history. As she began her exploration, tracing its origins back to moments of joy between father and daughter, Clara felt an undeniable urgency to unearth the hidden truths that could profoundly affect both Lily and the CEO. Confronting the past would be no small feat, especially for a man who had spent his life erecting barriers of success and control around himself. It is a common human inclination to sidestep difficult truths. The weight of facing them can feel overwhelming. Clara understood this struggle all too well, yet her determination to bridge the emotional chasm between Lily and her father fueled her resolve. She reached out to the CEO, sharing her insights about the pin and its significance to Lily. In doing so, she hoped to initiate a connection that could help them navigate their shared journey. As Clara spoke, she noticed the CEO's icy demeanor beginning to thaw. He listened attentively, absorbing her words about the importance of connection and being present in Lily's life. It was as if the walls he had built around himself were starting to crack. Have you ever experienced a moment where vulnerability shifted your understanding of someone? Such moments can be transformative, offering a pathway to healing and deeper understanding. The atmosphere shifted as Clara and the CEO began to confront the complex realities surrounding Lily's condition. They opened up discussions about the years lost to silence, exploring the emotional burdens that each had silently carried. Clara gently urged him to reflect on how his relentless pursuit of success had inadvertently widened the rift in their family. This was a pivotal moment, where the shadows of unspoken truths began to dissipate. Together, they sought to peel back the layers of their experiences, recognizing that the simple act of listening could create a sanctuary for healing. With this newfound collaboration, they decided to call a family meeting, inviting Lily to share her thoughts and feelings. Anticipation filled the room As each participant understood, they were about to embark on a journey of genuine connection and truth-telling. The pin, resting delicately on the table between them, served as a symbol of their shared history. Clara encouraged Lily to express herself freely. In that moment, the little girl found her voice, not just through words, but through the emotions she had been holding back for so long. What would it feel like for you to finally reveal something that you had hidden away? As Lily shared her thoughts, warmth and understanding enveloped the room. The pin, once a mere trinket, transformed into a catalyst for their collective journey of healing. The CEO listened intently, his heart swelling with emotion as he witnessed his daughter's spirit come alive through her words. The barriers that had kept them apart began to crumble, revealing the beautiful bond waiting to flourish beneath. Clara felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The truths that had been buried were finally surfacing, paving the way for significant healing. This journey prompted Clara to reflect on the importance of unearthing hidden truths in our own lives. We often carry burdens that weigh us down, secrets and emotions that silently affect our relationships. It is only by daring to confront these truths that we can truly heal and move forward. Through Lily's story, we witness the transformative power of listening, compassion, and connection, elements that can turn even the most challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth and understanding. As this narrative approaches its conclusion, we are reminded of the profound moral that emerges from their journey. Listening with genuine intent and opening our hearts to one another can lead to remarkable healing. The mansion, once filled with silence, now buzzed with laughter and love, a testament to the change that had unfolded. This serves as a gentle reminder that every voice deserves to be heard, and every story possesses the potential to transform lives. If you feel inspired by Lily's journey, we invite you to share your reflections in the comments below. How have you experienced the power of listening in your own life? And if you found this story meaningful, consider subscribing for more narratives that celebrate the beauty of connection and understanding. As the tale draws to a close, the once silent mansion stands transformed, alive with the joyful sounds of Lily, the CEO's daughter, whose world has burst forth into sound after years of isolation. Clara, the devoted nurse, emerged as the catalyst for this miraculous change, revealing not just the root cause of Lily's hearing loss, but also the emotional barriers that had long kept them apart. Through their bond, forged in compassion and understanding, the forgotten pin, a small object symbolizing both a connection to her father and a deeper truth, unfurled its secrets. This delicate thread vibrated not only with sound, but also with the unspoken love and care that had been buried beneath neglect and ambition. In this moment of revelation, the CEO confronted the painful reality of his past choices, recognizing that success holds little value without the warmth of familial connection. It was a moment of reckoning where he learned that true leadership begins at home, and that listening is the first step toward healing. The emotional weight of the years lost to silence was immense, yet it was Clara's unwavering support that illuminated a path forward, encouraging both father and daughter to rediscover one another. As the CEO expressed his remorse and vowed to restore dignity to Clara and Lily, he opened the door to a new chapter, one filled with hope and reconciliation. This public acknowledgement not only began to repair their fractured family, but also reinstated the significance of the people who hold our hearts. As we conclude this heartfelt journey, we find ourselves reflecting on the transformation that occurred within the walls of that mansion. What was once a place filled with silence has now become a vibrant space, alive with the sounds of connection and love. Each echo resonates with the reminder of how essential it is to truly listen to one another. Lily's story teaches us that every voice holds significance, and it is often in the hidden corners of our lives that we uncover the most profound truths. This is a gentle nudge for all of us to engage more deeply with the world around us, to foster connections that can lead to remarkable changes. Let's carry this lesson forward. By embracing the simple yet powerful act of listening, we can create ripples of kindness that transform not just our lives, but the lives of those around us. If this tale touched your heart, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you seek more stories that celebrate the beauty of human connection, consider subscribing to our channel. Remember, each story has the potential to bring about change, not only in others, but within ourselves as well.